Family Guy, not normal episode. So I was so happy because my sister is dead and I wanted to celebrate by watching Family Guy season 12. I went to Netflix and it had Family Guy season 13. I made a happy whale sound and there was only one episode and it was named Flip Family Guy. I was shocked and it was in all caps and it said the flip word in the done name. I thought it was a lost episode and it was. The flippin' episode, it had no theme and it had the season 11 animation and Peter was drinking beer on the couch and so was Stewie. Why the flip was Stewie drinking beer? Peter then punched Stewie in the face and put him in the oven. Meg came and Peter pooted on Meg's face as always and punched Meg in the face and stole her shoes. It then showed the Griffins outside and Meg wasn't there. And Stewie's head was blue. They stopped drinking beers for like 5 minutes, so I skipped that part, and then Peter yawned and said, "Flip, you guys, I'm doing some flippin' stuff, butt faces." I was kind of shocked how Family Guy doesn't cuss that much, and now it does. Lois smiled and said, "Oh, the stuff? Wonderful." She sounded like she was sad. Peter then was grumpy and punched Chris, and Chris yelled in Stewie's voice, "Why the flip did you do that, butt face?" It then showed the Griffins on a snowy mountain, and they rode a helicopter, and it crashed into Joe's house. Joe yelled, "What in the flip poop, Peter?" Peter punched Joe and killed him, and Peter got a gun and shot his whole family. Peter went into Cleveland's house and shot him in the place, and Cleveland yelled, "Peter, what the heck?" Peter laughed and shot him in the head. Quagmire was then running and screaming. Peter shot Quagmire in the face and rode the helicopter into a skyscraper and shot everyone in the city and then nuked the whole place. Everyone was dead. The whole America was destroyed, and then Peter bombed all the states and the earth was destroyed. Peter was in a rocket in space laughing, seeing the world gone. He then saw Roger from American Dad doing inappropriate things, and Peter shot Roger in the wiener and then head. It showed him going in a portal, and it showed SpongeBob sleeping, and then Peter came and killed SpongeBob by shooting him, and then shooting everyone in Bikini Bottom in the SpongeBob world. Peter went into a rocket and nuked the place. Peter laughed and said, "Sourdough," and Peter shot the screen, and that's when the episode ended. I was in surprise after that, and then a skeleton popped out and tooted and snapped my neck, and I think I died. 1950s Gumby lost episode. You know the 1950s Gumby episodes, right? One day my friend told me about what happened when he and his brother were watching it. He said that people were complaining to Teletoon Retro that children are getting sick and having nightmares. He said it only airs at 12 a.m. Pacific time. After hearing what my friend said, I stayed up in midnight and decided to watch it. Then Gumby came on. At first, it was a normal episode of Gumby preparing in the morning. He was getting a glass of milk and crackers. Then later, when he went to the place where Pokey sleeps here, he saw him. Pokey said, "Hi, Gumby. Where are we going today?" This is where it started. Gumby closed his eyes for a minute, then opened them. In revealing black eyes and red pupils, Gumby said in a loud, dramatic voice, "Do it yourself, bleep." What the heck? Why would there be swearing in a classic show? Then all of a sudden, Gumby pushed Pokey's head inside the rocket, which is electrocuting Pokey, and then stabbed him with the knife and pulled his heart out. It wasn't a cartoon heart. It was a real one. Gumby came and said, "Pokey, I need to." "Oh my goodness, Gumby, what are you doing to him?" Suddenly, Gumby killed Gumba, her mother, and ate her guts. Ew! That was way too mature for a classic kids show. And the old film effect got even worser than before, and I couldn't see anything because of those black stuff and white stuff that are bigger. And then killed everyone in the city. It went black for 60 seconds. Then it cutted to a scene where Gumby was staring at the screen. He had blood coming down his black eyes and sharp teeth and blood everywhere on him. And there was a scream from the Blob 1950s movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1956 movie, Orca 1970s movie, Jaws 1975 movie, Child's Play, Scream, and The Shining 1980s movie. He then pointed the pistol at the screen and shot it. I got sick and had nightmares. If you ever had an encounter with this lost episode, don't watch it, or you will get sick and have nightmares. A Bug's Life. Beta VHS tape. A Bug's Life. Pixar's second 3D movie. It was a success for the company, but at first that was the second goal. My name is Eddie. I loved A Bug's Life because it was the first movie I saw in theaters. I recently found the beta VHS tape of A Bug's Life. I found it under some movies at my local thrift store. The case looked a lot like the final, but Flick looked less like Flick. He looked black instead of blue. His eyes were almost on the sides. When I got to the cashier said, "Bug's Life, huh?" I said yes, but when he looked at it, he said, "You sure you want this?" I said yes again, but he said, "You want this heck hole of a VHS tape?" I said that why he was saying those words, and he said, "If you watch it, you will know what I mean." I thought he just hated A Bug's Life, but I should have listened to him. Once I got back home, I smashed the tape into my VHS. When it played, I noticed some static at the beginning. Then it had a picture of some paper with the text, December 15th, 1988, A Bug's Life. "This is a test only. This shall not be seen by the public." I was shocked and creeped out. It began with the intro. It was very different. The sky was black and the logo did not have the custom bug font. It was very glitchy and scary. The only music in the background was static noise. It started all the ants were doing nothing at all. And then Princess Atta said these words, "All right, Colony, we got to get this garbage to those terrible no-good grasshoppers." Then one ant said, "But why? I am tired and want to die." And then Atta said in a bad mood, "It's because I am the next queen and I will do anything to get my way, poop faces." I was shocked that such language was used in a kid's film. And then another ant said, "What about rights? I can do whatever I want, thank you." And then Atta said, Oh my, you illegitimate child. Poop face. I was shocked even more that there was swearing in this film for kids. And then it was Flick. I noticed he was using a chainsaw. Then Dot came along and she called Flick Frick. "Hey Frick, how are you doing today?" Frick said, "I didn't see you there." And then Dot said, "Is that a chainsaw?" Then Flick said, "Hey Spot, do you want to test my chainsaw?" Dot said no, but Frick yelled at her and then he took Pot and proceeded to kill Dot. I almost puked at the sight. Then Frick said, "Ha ha ha!" And then the grasshoppers came. They were bigger, and this were yellow-green color. Then Hopper came, and he had 4 arms and 2 legs, and he looked more fat. Then Hopper said, "Arr! Where is the food? I'm hungry!" Anna said, "We don't have food, idiot." This made the Hopper go off. And he said, "Are you saying I'm stupid? If you think that, then die." He ran away, and then Frick and Anna said that they would hunt down the Hopper, and they would both went to the circus, and then I saw all of the characters. I saw Traveler first. She had the wrong colors, and she looked weird. Then Dim looked weird, too. He looked lifeless, and he had the wrong colors, too. Then P.T. Flea came along and said to Slim, and Slim said, "I don't want to be a prop forever." P.T. Flea said, "No, you flippin' idiot. You're a gosh darn clown to trick children." And then Frick came to the circus and he looked at them and he said, "Hey, you guys, help me on my trip to kill Hopper." Dim said, "Okay, Mr. Ant." And then Tuck and Roll came and they were okay, but their voice was kind of racist to Russians. Dim put Frick on his back and he flew off, and Atta was there too, and Frick was there too, and Frick said we should kill Hopper and all of his pals. And then Atta and Frick and half of the circus were making the bird, originally a blue jay, and then Frick said to Queen, we should get a primary attack. After that, they went to a weird place. A weird, bald, ugly man was there, and he had a shotgun with a gas mask. Almost all of the ants charged at him, and the man screamed and charged back. Dim came and screamed, making the man drop his gun. Then they all attacked with the shotgun, and his small head blew up and saw a lot of blood and gore. After that, the ants completed the bird. Then the grasshoppers came. Then Frick was controlling the bird, and he fired. He killed a lot of his own colony. Then Hopper had gasoline, and he burned the bird and half of Frick. After that, Hopper shot an arrow at him, killing him instantly. Traveler was looking around, and she died of getting stabbed with Slim. And then Tug and Roll got mad at each other and killed themselves by fighting. Then Frick attacked Hopper by stabbing him with the same arrow that Dim had Hopper pull Frick's then left arm off of his body in one tug. Then almost everyone was dead. Slim died of breaking into two. Then Hopper got Frick badly hurt, and Frick killed Hopper. And then Frick said, "Die, die, 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 die," before falling on his own feet and dying. This was a reference to the scene where the kids play the play. When it finally ended, I threw the tape out and smashed it into many pieces. I don't watch A Bug's Life anymore. In fact, I don't even watch Pixar anymore. I've always watched DreamWorks instead. So if you see any movie that has a beta VHS or disc, never buy VHS tapes or DVDs that are at the very bottom that are beta discs.